Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe. Everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take a resonance, leave the rest for someone else. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay? All right. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or all right, that they should come to the channel and subscribe to the channel so that they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. Okay? All right. All right, collective. We're starting off with playing games, lost the game. Okay, so there is someone that could be possibly you feel is playing games with you, not being honest, not being direct. Okay, this could be someone you were in a relationship with. Maybe you grew frustrated and exhausted with letting this person know that you did not like the idea that they could have been possibly non-committal. I'm also picking up, they didn't show any compassion or consideration that they were even in a connection. Maybe they would forget about special holidays, your birthday, anniversary, things like that. Maybe this was someone that was more likely to be a couch potato, more into their video games. There's nothing wrong with video games, but this is someone who never left the home or left the sofa, you know, and never gave their partner any attention. And so you didn't mind the video games. You didn't mind them sitting on the couch, but they were very resistant. This person became extremely introverted. Work, game, home, work, game. Okay, well, I said it backwards. Work, game, sleep, work, game, sleep. And so maybe when you would try to get this person interested in going out, having a good time, as I said earlier, maybe they didn't want to celebrate your anniversary, if you were married to this person, or when your birthday came up, or if you're someone that celebrate holidays, Valentine's Day, Sweetie's Day, those kind of things. This person would always forget to either buy a gift or even just say, happy birthday to you, or happy V-Day, or, things like that. And so you've grown frustrated. You felt like this person was a couch potato, I'm getting. They were interested in nothing but their video games. This person may have had some kind of anger issues as I look at this card, something that they have been dealing with. They may have grown insecure, male or female, over time about themselves. This could be about their body image. Could be about them feeling that they're getting older, maybe having regrets about things that they didn't accomplish. Now, it's never too late to accomplish your goals, but this is how this person may have been feeling. So that's not for everybody. That's for somebody. So take what only resonates with you, okay? And so you have finally decided to sever ties with this person. You're no longer allowing this person to continue this, repetitive, mission of work, game, sleep, and ignoring you and not being romantic, not showing any compassion or consideration, not wanting to go anywhere with you. Maybe you will receive invites different places and people, okay, I'm even picking up, they refuse to go to church with you. That's for somebody, okay? All are welcome on this channel. It does not matter what your belief system is, okay? All right, okay. So either way, that became embarrassing to you. Even family functions and gatherings, people would always wonder, where's your partner? And it began to make you feel like you were single. So you said, well, why won't I? You know what? I might as well just be single because they're never with me. We don't do anything together. And you could have been with this person for at least 3 to 5 years, I'm picking up. Okay. Yeah. When you first met this person, it started out, with as a fairy tale. It started out as something very beautiful. You're very passionate about each other. You could have spent a lot of time. They were very different, but they went from this energy to this energy here, very placent and just not interested in life. As you see, the pictures are very different, okay? This person could have also began to slack in their appearance and their hygiene as well. Just becoming very relaxed in the connection, treating you and feeling as if you would never go anywhere or never break up with them. This person was employed. I'm picking up they have a very good job. That that pays very well. But the only time they left the house was to go to work, maybe go to GameStop or something, you know, and back home to the couch, and that's it. Yeah, and I'm getting 3 to 5 years, and it started off a fairy tale, but then it ended up being a nightmare. Okay. And so now you have taken your power back. You could have recently maybe broke up with this person, separated with them. If this is a marriage, you could possibly have filed for divorce because it has become too much. Okay. I'm also picking up this person would throw in your face about what they are providing. I give you money, I pay the bills, you should be happy. That's enough. That kind of energy. But there's more to life than just paying bills and going to work, especially if you have a partner or a spouse or a family for that matter. As much as a person work, you also deserve to have some fun and get out and play a little. Okay. And so the next card we have here is a uck given. Okay. So there was a time when you really cared about this person, but now there are no ucks given. You are no longer catering to them. You do not feel sorry for them. You have taken your power back and you have chosen to move forward as you should. Okay. I'm going to use this deck over here. You have chosen to move forward, collective. And this person could be in shock because they thought that you would never, ever divorce them, separate from them, move out. Okay. You may have even left them with the house and went and got you a new house or a new apartment. I'm picking up you both are employed. You both have good careers. You both are very financially comfortable and secure. Okay, so you're able to take care of yourself, and they're able to take care of their self as well. You could have maybe 1 or 2 children together, or you could be a couple with no children at all. Okay, this could be a living spouse situation as well, male or female. This could also be 2 male figures, okay, or 2 women who are in a loving relationship. Okay. 1 second. So this person could be, fantasizing, in disbelief that this person is really in disbelief that it's over and you're gone. And the fact is they're in disbelief and you're gone already. I'm picking up you've already moved or relocated. You have this new place to live. You're like, look, you can have this house. I'm going to get a new place. You are in the energy of revamping your life, giving yourself a makeover, a glow up as you should. You deserve it. Okay. New crib, new furniture. Okay. I'm hearing somebody may even upgrade their vehicle. These things I'm naming, these are things you are just treating yourself to. You feel you deserve this. You feel you deserve these things. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with treating yourself. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. So you said, look, you can have this crib. You can have it. I'll go get me another one. Okay. You could have even purchased a new home recently. Okay. And left your ex with the current home. And you've chosen this method because you felt like, if they weren't going to get off the couch and simply take you out to dinner for the past 3 to 5 years, you're like, you know what? You're so frustrated and overwhelmed with how you've been treated, collective. You're like, you can have this. I can, it's nothing. I can go get my own. So I see you doing that. You've done that. You're making it simple and you're keeping it simple because you're sick of the conflict. You're sick of the conflict. You're sick of feeling like you're competing with a game system. Okay. This person is extremely introverted. They came off as depressed or sad about something. Maybe you tried to have conversations. Honey, what's wrong? Do you need counseling? Do you need to talk to someone? This person, just very drab, nonchalant, not wanting to communicate. Okay. I'm not picking up any violent behavior, but this person was just nonchalant, not wanting to, the communication was very little. It went from slim to none. Okay. And so with the 7 of Swords, you no longer have to feel like you have to protect and defend yourself. Being in this connection made you feel as if you had to constantly be on the lookout. With that kind of energy, being in a household, even if this was not a romantic connection, but being in a household with someone who goes from being, uplifting. I got to hold it up again, uplifting and fun to this energy here. And you notice that there's a personality change. There could be a personality disorder. There could be many things going on with this person. Um, and sometimes those things do turn violent. That is something to be very cautious and aware of and to not take for granted. So it's very wise, Spirit is saying, that you chose, instead of battling with this person over who's going to keep the house or who's going to move first, it was very wise of you to say, you know what, this is material. You can have this place. I can go find a new residence to live at. Very wise and very smart of you, okay? So, yes, with the Three of Wands, this person is really hoping that you return. They are in disbelief. And they could be in disbelief because from the 3 to 5 years, or maybe it's been longer than that, they are accustomed to you maybe complaining but staying. But no, it's final. It's final. You're really not returning. So it may take some time for it to settle in, but I don't see you coming back at all. I don't see you returning to such a harsh situation. Okay. With the Ten of Wands here, this was a situation that was very exhausting, that just kept going, and it was like a never-ending battle. And you tried everything. Being kind to someone who is just rude and just nasty towards you, it can also deplete your self-esteem. If this is a relationship, you know, um, that could wear on a person's self-esteem. Being around or in a household with someone who is, to me, deliberately treating you this way, instead of voicing what the problem is or seeking some kind of counsel. I was about to say consultation, some kind of therapy, or go speak to someone, or let your spouse know what's going on. Okay? Because it only takes a second for a person to go to 0 to 100 and snap on you. So it is, Spirit is saying it's very wise of you that you chose to leave and let them have, that place of residence. Okay? And so now, you're able to tap into your creative side and focus on yourself. You're also, I see you, collective, you have some kind of skill or hobby that you've always wanted to partake on, but you've never quite had time for it. You were busy being a husband, a wife, or a spouse, or maybe a parent if you are a parental figure. Your life was just busy with taking care of you and other things, where when you were in this connection, the things you wanted to do, you often put on the back burner. But now, since you're not in this connection, it's giving you more clarity, and you have more of a peace of mind with temperance energy here. Okay, you could have Sagittarius placement somewhere. You have more peace, and you're able to think, you're able to organize your thoughts, and you're not so much spiritually disheveled where you don't know, you're not anxious and nervous, having to watch your spouse, or wondering, are they going to snap? Are they okay? They're mean mugging, they're not speaking. That's some risky energy to be around. It really is. Okay. And so you're able to recalibrate your energy, you're getting your joy back, and you're able to experience your freedom. Okay. The whole idea of you choosing to leave this connection, excuse me, is turning the wheel for you with the wheel of fortune. Things are turning in your favor. As I said, you have more peace, you have more clarity. So you're able to give yourself more access to living a good life and being happy. It makes no sense to be in a connection where the bad outweighs the good, where you're growling at each other every day, arguing with each other. A household full of dysfunction, is unhealthy for anyone to reside in. So I see you moving forward, even increasing your pinnacle with the King of Pentacles energy here, even expanding, whatever your career field is, maybe receiving a promotion, or, also you may get into some form of entrepreneurship. You may create some kind of side hobby, something that you love to do, that you're passionate about on the side. Okay, something that you've always wanted to do, but you were too busy taking care of your spouse and many other things, Spirit is saying. Okay. And so we have the Four of Wands here. So this Four of Wands represent you, meeting a new romantic connection, male or female, okay? So, celebrating, being in the energy of celebration, being able to experience some reciprocity of your spouse and partner, being compassionate and being romantic and expressing that they care about you and that they have love for you. So, getting to experience some chivalry. So, this has been a long time coming and you're so deserving of this. So, Spirit is saying to continue to be patient with yourself and keep those ties severed because this person of the past is thinking that you're going to return because they're used to you returning from the past. What they don't know is that with the high priestess here, you've become wise enough to know that there are no more chances. This time around, you are not allowing yourself to be like an evolving door. This is the final call. The collective will not be returning. You have learned the lesson to be learned. And so now, you have more opportunity. The Wheel of Fortune is here giving you a release from the Ten of Wands, being in that extremely burdensome situation, increasing your finances, your career, working on creative projects, as well as experiencing a whole new love that is fair and has equal give and take. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.